My name is Marc Arnusch and I operate Marc Arnusch Farms LLC here in Prospect Valley, Colorado. We're about 35 miles northeast of Denver and we grow a number of different crops, sugar beets, corn for grain, corn for silage, wheat, pinto beans, and a few confectionery sunflowers. We also run other multiple business entities. I represent Pioneer Hybrid as their local seed sales representative. We have our own trucking company that does a little bit of custom hire. We also procure silage on a specific needs basis for a lot of dairymen and end users in that route. In addition to that, we also have vertical integration through the ownership of the Western Sugar Beet Cooperative. Water touches everything in Colorado, and without water we wouldn't be able to grow the value-added crops that we have. Agriculture is our number one thing here in Weld County, and without water we wouldn't have much. I'm very involved in politics because I'm a firm believer if you're not interested in politics, politics is going to take an interest in you. A large cheese factory announced they were coming to our county not long ago and would need the milk from an estimated 60,000 cows. Even though our farm isn't a dairy farm, we decided that we wanted to share in that opportunity by luring dairies to our community. So myself and one other individual approached the county commissioners to change those rules to bring dairies to our community. And when we were successful, we not only brought one dairy to our valley, we brought two. It's one thing to have a good employee or a good team. It's another to have good communication, and communication is vitally key. On our farm, we meet with our employees daily and weekly. We sit down and have monthly meetings. But the other aspect is our mission statement is very clear to our employees. Our mission statement is to have fun and to make money. And if that question can't be answered with those two answers, it doesn't need to be done. Technology is vitally important to future efficiencies and productivity. I am an early adopter of those technologies. That's as important of an advancement in our farm as any tractor, combine, or planter can be. I see the future of farming in my operation going a number of different directions. I see us going closer or coming closer to the consumer, whether that's the feed yard manager or the consumer in town. And I also see, as farmers, having to become more of an educating spokesman, not just for the consumer in town, but also for that absentee landowner that wants to know what's going on their farm. If I had any advice to give a young farmer starting his operation today, and that it would be start on the balance sheet. Start on the financial side of your business entity, because once you have your financial house in order, everything else falls into place. Take risks. Don't be afraid to take those things and do those things that are different than your neighbors in your community. And the last thing would be build a team around your enterprise. Make sure that that individual that's working for you would take a bullet for you. And maybe he'd shoot at you once in a while too. Once you have that team assembled, the success is in your hands.